Hey, what's going on, everyone? So it's been a while, obviously. I have not made a video in forever. I don't know if you can see me. Yeah, I'm back and I'm going to jump into it because I don't want to screw around a whole lot. So let's get into it. The review of the Canon, I always get the name wrong, Canonet QL17 GIII. So let's check it out. Oh wait, hold on. I could kind of fix this situation. My kitchen's a little bit of a mess. So yeah, let me do that first. I don't know how satisfying that was for you to watch, but it was very satisfying for me to do, so I left it clean. But anyways, let's get into the review. Welcome to my Cloffice. It's a closet office that I've been wanting for a long time. Most people think it's stupid, but I think it's kind of cozy. Okay, so let's talk about this camera. I would show it to you, but I don't currently have it. Why? Because I sold it. Why? Because I actually got a fair amount of money for it, more than I actually paid, so it was kind of a little profit margin there, but it was because I didn't really enjoy the camera that much. It was fun. I think a lot of the reason is because I didn't really like rangefinder cameras. It was my first rangefinder. I didn't really know how it was going to go, and it was all right. Like, it wasn't very fidgety or anything. It kind of fell into place, and I liked it. But I don't know, just something about it. It had a good weight to it. It had a nice feel. It was the poor man's Leica, as everyone says with every rangefinder camera that's not a Leica. But yeah, I don't know what it was. It didn't feel completely right to me. I think I'm more of a SLR guy. I like to see what I'm looking at. And I think I missed a couple of compositions. You get used to it really quickly in terms of like where the framing is. That's not a big issue, but I'll start throwing up some images on the screen as I'm talking about it, but it wasn't the best quality all around, especially for, I guess what I paid for it wasn't bad. I think in Canadian I paid around $175 for it, used, well obviously used. It's still in great condition. I think I sold it on eBay for $225, so pretty decent profit. But yeah, the images weren't fantastic. I don't know, they just weren't as sharp as I wanted them to be. I got some phenomenal images with them, because you can literally stop the lens down to like 1.7, 2.0 kind of thing and get some nice background separation, because it is still like a full frame or 35mm. But I don't know, I just got a feeling that it wasn't super not as sharp as I wanted it to be, and they kind of had a weird look to them. I don't know if it was a bit of a tint or something. I just didn't like the images that much, and what I got from them. So, but I think most of the issues kind of stem from the fact that it was a rangefinder. I like focusing. A lot of people like focusing with a rangefinder because it's sometimes easier. You get the ghost image that lines up with the with your viewfinder, or like I guess your viewfinder where you're looking through the separate whole thing. I don't know much about rangefinders. It wasn't really hard to focus, and I don't do a lot of like fast stuff like straight photography or things where I need to react quickly. But even still, even for still life, it was okay. I just never got a great feel for it, and it was like definitely a smaller camera. It was nice and compact, but it was kind of a competition. I had a bit of gas, gas as in GAS, gear acquisition syndrome, as we all have, especially when I got into film. It was like I need to buy everything and get every camera for every scenario when you know you shouldn't. So I think I ended up selling like 3 or 4 of my cameras, and I'm only down to, I don't know, like 4 or 5 now. Well, but yeah, that was one of them that I had to go, because it was that versus my little Olympus, my Olympus Mu 2, as my it was like a battle of the compact cameras. So if I had no other camera that was like a compact kind of camera, I think I would have kept that one. But the Mu 2 that I have, it's great. I can throw it in my pocket. The image quality is actually fantastic. I can just kind of point and shoot, and it's fun. So I didn't really have a need for the Canonet. I honestly still think it's a great camera. If you're into rangefinders, or if you're interested in rangefinders, I think you should really check it out. Either that one or the QL19. I don't know if there's a GIII, but there's a QL19. The QL19 and 17, 1.9, 1.7, just depends on the lens. And I think I think the QL19 has a 45mm lens, where this has a 40mm lens. And I've never been a fan of 40mm because it's kind of like in the middle between, not technically in the middle, but close to being in the middle of like 35 and 50. I love 35 and I like 50 as most people do. And I know it's 5mm from 35, but it's preference, you get used to it, but it's still quite a difference. So yeah, great camera overall. I think it's nice. The images are all right that come out of it. My expectations were a little bit higher than I think they should have been, but I think they're very acceptable, especially as like a point and shoot or kind of bring around camera. But yeah, I think I'm gonna be sticking with my SLR, my Canon AE one. Super basic, I know, but I like it, it works. And honestly, the interchangeable lens thing wasn't really an issue for me. You can't change the lenses on it, and that's whatever, I'm totally okay with that. But other than that, I think I do recommend it. Just wasn't for me. Rangefinder, size, somewhat of the image quality, but overall, great camera. I really like it, and for the price, if you can snag it for, I don't know, maybe like 100 to 200 bucks, you got yourself a deal. So overall, I recommend it. I hope you enjoyed some of the images. I don't know when this is coming out. I either have posted a POV video of me using this camera, or I'm going to, and you may have already seen some of the images in this video, so I don't want to obviously give them all away, but there's the latter half of that roll as part of that video. So you will see that, or have seen it, so you can judge on that video as well too. And I kind of go stuff before and after, but this is more like a detailed review. It is gone though, however, but yeah, that's it. That's my review on the Canonet QL17 GIII, and hope you enjoyed. If you did, give me a like, that'd be awesome. If you have any comments or questions, leave them down below. I'd be more than happy to answer them or engage in a conversation. But if that's all, then I wish you all the best. You still stay safe, and I will see you in the next video.